that accident really was God basically knocking on my door, telling me to get back on the right track. You losing it. So I just felt like, that was my warning, and I took heed to it, and I think it changed my life.
Big Boy's Neighborhood, man, it's going down. PBC Boxing, man, Saturday, July 29th in Las Vegas. Showtime pay-per-view in the building right now. Errol Spence Jr. What up, Earl? How you doing, bro?
What up? Doing good. Can't complain.
Man, let me tell you, man, you are one of the most exciting boxers I think I've had a chance to watch. I was actually at your fight in Dallas when you were fighting Mikey Garcia. Okay. That was hella dope, bro. Just being in your hometown and watching the fans and everything like that. You coming out with the just local artists and everything like that. Like, it was dope to see, bro. Last fight against Ugás, obviously, we saw a battle going back and forth. How did you come out of that fight? Because I know was it a competitive fight for you? How'd you feel about that one?
It was definitely competitive.
Yeah.
Ugás a tough fighter. He's definitely a tough competitor. But for me, that fight, I just wanted to break him down. I broke him down. I don't think I broke him down mentally because he was still ready to fight. But I think physically, I don't think he could go on because he was basically battered up, like his eyes, his face.
Yeah.
I kind of broke it, so.
What's better when it comes to boxing? Is a stoppage better or a KO? I don't know. It just feels like, a stoppage is like, damn, I really got you. Just like,
yeah, a stoppage is more you broke that. I feel like you broke that guy's will. A stoppage, like a lot of people can't come back from a stoppage. A KO, a guy can come back from getting knocked out, but if you getting battered for 12 rounds, 10 rounds, as long as it lasts. Like you getting your body broke down, like somebody's like seriously beating you. So you taking a lot of punishment. With a knockout, there's just one shot. So I like just punishing people, battering people, just breaking them mentally and physically.
With the undefeated record, having that, big matchup, obviously big fight coming up July 29th. It's been a long time coming, man. How long has it been? And is this fight set to go at the right time? Or do you think it's too soon? Is it too late? Or is it at the right time that this fight's actually happening?
It's definitely at the right time. For me, this is a super fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me, for him, for everybody. This is a super fight. This is an old school fight. This is, the Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Oscar De La Hoya, Trinidad. This is one of those type fights. This is a legacy-defining fight, basically a war. If you know the mentality, if you watch Terence Crawford fight and you watch me fight, you know that, we're both destructive fighters. We're coming in causing destruction. So this is going to be an all-out, war, great fight. I think it's going to start out very tactical, but, knowing both of our mentalities and our wills, it's going to be hard to break one another.
How much respect do you have for Terence Crawford?
It's definitely mutual respect there, but, like I always say, once you get in the ring, it's a little bit of respect there, but I'm trying to break you. I'm trying to break your will. I'm trying to break you physically, mentally. I'm basically trying to hurt you because you're trying to take food off my table. You're trying to hurt me. You're trying to break me. So I got to break you first.
Do you feel this is your biggest fight of your career?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like every fight is the biggest fight because it's led me to this moment. So every fight is big, but this is definitely one of the biggest fights of my career. Going for Undisputed is something that I worked for a long time and something that I've been devoted to and, been told my people that I want this fight and I got to have it. I'm not moving until I get this fight. So it's happening now, happening at a great moment, and it's time for me to take the prize and become Undisputed Welterweight Champion of the world, the first.
I think the fans are going to be excited, obviously, man. But let me ask you this. What do you think about the state of boxing right now?
I think the state of boxing has gotten a lot better, especially this year. You get a lot of top fights from Caleb Plant, Benavidez, Tank and Ryan. So it's been a lot of great fights, and I think this tops it off too. You got Undisputed, first ever Undisputed Welterweight Championship fight coming July 29th. So I think the state of boxing been good. I think it's been great for the fighters because from a business aspect, we're finally taking care of our business. For a long time, it's been, the promoters and managers and,
I was going to say, what took so damn long? Was it the promoters? Was it just management, communication? Why did it take so long for this fight to come up?
it's just business. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like, more boxers got their business hat on. So it's just not about, just box, shut up and box,
Yeah.
thing like that. It's about, getting the best out of the business of boxing. And I feel like this is the perfect time. We would have fought 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That'd have been two good fighters fighting each other for he just had one belt and I just had one belt 4 or 5
Gotcha.
years ago. So it would have been no legacy behind it. Just been two great fighters fighting each other. But now we're fighting for undisputed. I got 3 belts. He got 1 belt. But
Yeah.
he fought a lot of great competition. I fought, the better competition. So this is a huge fight.
It seems like it seems now with social media, it's like the social media seems to be their own promoter. They want to push these fighters. You need to fight so and so. You need to fight so and so. And it's like sometimes you see these fighters not ready for it. Just for example, we saw the Ryan Garcia Gervonta Tank Davis, right?
Yeah.
That fight, a lot of people wanted, Ryan Garcia to go up against it. Happened.
Yeah.
Then what happened at the end? A lot of people said, "Man, Ryan Garcia wasn't really ready for that." What was your thoughts on that whole fight with Ryan Garcia and Tank?
I thought he wasn't really ready for that yet. He wasn't tested up to that point.
Yeah.
Most guys, they'll have a test before they fight somebody like Gervonta Davis, who's been tested and he's proven and things. But I mean, it was a huge lucrative fight for him, and he took the challenge. He took the challenge like a man, and wanted to fight one of the best fighters in the world at 135 pounds, and that's what he did. But I think it was probably a little bit too early for him to fight Gervonta Davis at the time.
What are some of the biggest mistakes amateur boxers make, or boxers up and coming boxers make? You feel?
Like when you're amateur, you're young. So even when I signed with Mr. Heyman, he was talking about after retirement, he was talking about saving money. He was talking about trust and all this type of stuff. And for me, I had a father in my life who he was like, man, because I wanted to sign with somebody else because it was gonna give me a signing bonus and all that.
You saw money.
Yeah, I saw money.
Uh-huh.
And he wasn't on the signing bonus thing. He was talking about the future. And I was like, man, like, he's not giving me nothing. Like, I don't really want to sign him. My dad had to sit me down. It was like, man, you looking at right now. You're not looking at the future. You're not looking at 10 years from now, 15 years from now. And I think the big mistake that a lot of guys make because, they don't have anybody in their life who would tell them, like, yo, man, that's not a good deal. Or, he giving you all this up for money, but you're not knowing you got to pay that back. Even if you don't know, you paying that back. So I think a lot of guys don't understand the business because they're so young. They're kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, these 50, 60, 70-year-old people, taking advantage of them, just flashing money in their face. And, I think that's how a lot of these young guys get caught up.
Damn, you're a father of 3. I'm about to be a dad in July, bro.
Okay.
How has being a dad changed your life and your career?
It definitely changed my life. For me, I feel like maybe more sensitive too.
Yeah.
Especially just with my son, just trying to. Because at first, when he was like 1 year old, I used to always like if he cried, like even until he cry or anything like that, I'm like stop crying or suck it up. And I think I was being a lot harder on him than needed to be instead of just loving him, caring for him. And I see like now that I'm loving him, caring him, and being more emotional towards him, I see he changed towards me. Like he'll run to me now when he cry and things like that instead of going to his mother. And it just changed me, just changed my whole mentality and my way of thinking, like even outside of boxing, just, as far as, buying all materialistic stuff and, trying to do the thing that a lot of, sport athletes do, and not really just taking care of your finances the right way and really taking care of yourself because at a drop of a dime, all this can end. So for me, it was just thinking about them, thinking about my family and just making sure that, I invest in myself and I'm able to take care of them after boxing and making sure that I'm good at the boxing so my kids can, even when I'm done with boxing, they can still go to private school and still doing what they're doing. So that's how it changed my life.
What does Louie have to look forward to being a father?
Yeah, man. Let me know. Some dad advice.
I think he look forward to pure love.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody who, you know, really love you. You know, when you look at your kid, you see you inside the kid, and then, you know, you got people.
What if it looks like the mom? No, I'm just.
That's cool too.
I'm just gonna see the mom. Like what?
But just like even like you see like the grandparents, they like, or the older people, they're like, man, I remember you used to do that when you was a kid, or you used to do this when you was a kid. Like you like for real. So you just see yourself inside your kid, and you just that pure love and that warmth, man, and you just. You know, when they wake up in the morning, they kiss you and all that type of stuff. It's just, you know, it make you feel different. I don't think I really know unconditional love.
Yeah.
Until, you know, I had a kid. Of course, my mom, but until I had a kid.
Damn, that's dope. Earl, man, you're obviously blessed to be here. Back in 2019, that car accident, a lot of people saw that. Man, what was it like just coming back to boxing after that?
It changed my life. It made me realize being young, you think you indestructible. At that time, I thought I was indestructible. Man, like nothing. I thought nothing could really stop me. Like I was just, you know, I really stopped doing what I thought. What got me to that point.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of drifted, so to say. I kind of drifted off to the side. You know, and I feel like. That accident really was God basically knocking on my door, telling me to get back on the right track. You losing it, you know. So I feel like that car crash was basically a blessing because it really got my head straight, got me right, and you know, because at that time I was, you know, hanging out, drinking, partying, you know, just doing whatever, you know. So I feel like at that time. God knocked on me and just told me, man, straighten up. You're doing the wrong thing. You know, like the Bible say, warning come before destruction. So I just felt like, you know, that was my warning. And, you know, I took heed to it. And, you know, I think it changed my life.
That's awesome, bro. I'm just glad we're actually here just talking to each other, man. Let's go back to boxing real quick, man. When it comes to boxing, what's the one thing you would fix in the sport of boxing? Is there anything wrong with the sport of boxing? Across the board, we could talk promoters, we could talk promotions, we could talk fights, whatever it is. What would you fix?
Let me see what I fix.
The press runs, the interviews.
Like in studio interviews at radio stations.
Probably just, you know, I feel like it's good compared to the MMA. I feel like because MMA got a monopoly. On UFC, so they just you know, the reason why the best fight the best there because you know they got somebody basically telling them it's more business and politics in boxing. So I will probably cut out the politics in boxing.
Yeah,
it's all politics with Top Rank, Golden Boy, everybody like it's super, you know, political. So I will probably change the politics and have everybody basically just come together. And so we can make the great fights happen.
Gotcha. We just saw a situation with Floyd Mayweather fighting in the ring against John Gotti III, who I didn't know who the hell it was until I saw that. We saw what happened afterwards with, you know, just him going after Mayweather afterwards. What are your thoughts on these exhibition fights that are happening?
I mean, I have no knock to it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of those guys, get your money. I mean, they going to play Floyd 15 mil, 10 mil, you know, fight a guy like John Gotti, I mean, why not? But you know, it gotta be more. It gotta be something else because it's like all the big fights that broke up. You had like 20 people fighting, like different fights. You had Jocelyn Hernandez fighting.
Yeah, bro. In the back.
In the back, man. I'm like, man.
If you've seen the clip too, by the way, there's
crazy.
A lot of cleavage.
Yeah, I seen
there's
the
a lot
clip.
of
everybody,
a lot of stuff comes out.
Everybody was just fighting. It was like 30 fights that broke out.
Hell
so
yeah.
It gotta be more to be done to stop all that type stuff.
Man, well, it's good to see you, bro. July 29th in Las Vegas. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford, man. Showtime pay-per-view. Make sure you guys catch it. Tickets are on sale right now. The Undisputed Welterweight Championship is going down. I wish I had more time with you, bro, and I want to ask you this off air because I know you're a big Snowfall fan. What'd you think about the ending? We'll talk about that afterwards, man. But other than that, Errol Spence, man, it's a pleasure to have you, bro. Wish you nothing but skill. on upcoming fight July 29th, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There it is. Louie G, Real 92.3, Big Boys Neighborhood.